I have none. And I got something spicy.
For you?
Yes.
But
I think I'm going to regret it because while I like spicy food, I do have to remember sometimes that I am still Norwegian. But I got one roll specifically for you, and then one roll for me, and then two rolls that we can share.
Okay. Soy sauce for days.
You can have all the soy sauce. I'm not allowed to have soy anymore.
Yeah, I only need like one.
This must be the, not dynamite, this must be the volcano roll.
Probably. There's more spicy for you.
Yeah.
Spicy mayo.
I love spicy food.
That's the Philly?
No, this is the tempura.
Tempura, alright.
Yeah, and then this is the Philly.
I'm gonna put these up on the fridge real quick. Watch out,
Okie
Wolf.
dokie. Yeah, sorry, he's in the frame sometimes. I do my like do these story time videos.
Yeah.
And I do them on my couch drinking wine because they're the reasons why I drink. I told the story about when I was accused of plagiarism senior year.
I don't remember.
You don't remember that? That was Brit Lit.
That's probably why I never took Brit Lit, I don't think.
Well, we didn't take it together. I took it with Shayna.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Yeah, no.
Good boofer.
Yeah, I was accused of plagiarism and almost didn't graduate.
I almost didn't graduate because I didn't go to class.
Senioritis hit you hard.
Didn't go to class, didn't wanna, didn't think I had to, turned in everything.
Alright, I should probably finally do my intro. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am Britt, and if you haven't subscribed yet, you probably should because I talk about geeky things, and today I'm going to be eating food with my geeky friend.
Hi.
So this is Nikki. You guys have seen her in my channel a little bit before.
Probably in a wig.
Probably in a wig. But we have been like best friends since we were like 9 years old.
23 years almost.
Yeah, like for a long time. 2 decades.
A long time. How do we still tolerate each other?
I have no idea. I think it's because we've moved on from friendship to like actual sisterhood. I think we're actually sisters.
It's possible.
So we're gonna eat some sushi because we both love sushi. And we're gonna talk about some geeky things. I did mention like a while ago that I was wanting to have you on my channel because I talk about how I got into anime a lot.
Fish sauce. It's fine. Anyway.
But I talk about how I got into anime before, and obviously you played a small role in that.
Kind of my fault. Just a smidge. Just a little bit.
So, you know, I figured I finally will have you on my channel for that.
Well, thank you.
So we're eating sushi. I'm eating a volcano roll, which I'm probably gonna regret.
Problems. This is why I don't do spicy things. I am uber Norwegian. Oh no.
Yeah. I mean, I'm very Norwegian, but like for some reason, the not being able to tolerate spiciness did not come to me. Like I can tolerate spice.
I can't do any of it.
I've got a habanero hot sauce upstairs.
Nope. Nope. That's my husband's thing. He's all about the spicy stuff.
Oh my gosh, I love spicy. And that one of the fun things we would talk about is the urban legend of how we met. Oh,
I was just thinking about this today. I was like, we're probably going to talk about that Power Rangers story, aren't we? Oh man, way back in, God, it would have been 2nd grade for us.
Yeah.
Before we even like,
a year
city.
A year before we would have met, for real. A year before you would have come and renamed all of my kittens that I spent an entire day naming. My parents owned a candle shop, or a candle factory with a candle shop, and her mom worked for them. And that's how our parents became friends. But we became friends through school because I was a desperate child for friends.
I think we all were. We were 8, 9 years old.
Yeah. But the very first time I ever saw her that I knew it was her was our cat had kittens at Kinsey.
I lived right behind it.
I know. Until you came over to see them, and I came over after like something. My dad brought me there, and you were like, this one's name is this. I'm like, no, it's not.
She was really mad at me.
I could not stand you.
I know.
Anyway, so
I didn't understand why, but I just let it happen because I was one of those kids.
You know what's funny? I like spicy food, but I am terrified of wasabi. I mean, it's just a very strange thing. Anyway,
What are you doing?
So the urban legend of how we met.
That's back here because he's eating your rice.
He shouldn't be, but oh well, it's fine. He gets grain in him every once in a while, and he itches for a few days. Because I was born in Coon Rapids, Minnesota, and you were there right before you moved to Pequot.
I went to University Avenue Elementary, Blaine area.
You were on the other. I think we've just established that you lived on the other side of town than we did.
Yeah, I think so.
But one of your friends.
Paul was in. Yeah, Paul was in your area.
Yeah, that's what he actually. I think, if I remember correctly, because the way I've explained it to my parents, this story, they're pretty convinced that he lived in my old house.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
I remember watching Forrest Gump at his house.
I mean, to be fair, I moved out of that house when I was 2. So like, I have images of my house. But the way I explained the party and how you guys came to play with me from the party, like you guys weren't at the party. You guys were like across the street or whatever. And you guys came over. And because like we both have this same memory, just different perspectives of this memory.
And we actually don't remember each other.
No.
We just remember the circumstances.
Right.
So.
So, I mean, Power Rangers was a big thing at the time. So who knows? I mean, I guess it could be 2 separate stories, which is why we call it the urban legend.
Yeah.
Because we have no idea. Anyway, so, because I was playing by myself because there were no kids at this party. So we stayed in touch with some of our neighbors in Coon Rapids. And, well, my parents did. I didn't know them.
I'm going to shove this whole thing in my mouth, just a fair warning.
And I was bored, so I went and played kind of on the side yard, kind of front yard area, so my parents could still see me from the backyard. And there was this group of kids playing in the yard across the street. They came over.
We were playing Power Rangers.
Right.
Yeah.
So they came over and they're like, "Do you want to play?" Because there were 5 of them and there are 6 Power Rangers.
We needed
so like,
6.
Right. So they're like, "Do you want to play Power Rangers with us?" And I was like, "Sure." Can I play Jason?
Duh. As long as you don't take Kimberly from me.
Right, because you were the only one that was you and Paul and then me were the only ones who were like desperate
to
for
play
their
our characters.
Right.
Yeah.
Everyone else was like, "We don't care."
Care.
Because Paul wanted to play the Green Ranger and he had the Green Ranger dagger.
Yep. Oh yeah.
And then you wanted to play Kimberly because you had a crush on
I
Paul.
had a massive crush on Paul. It was a really embarrassing 8-year-old crush.
It's okay. My embarrassing 8-year-old crush was on.
Oh ew. Sorry, Chris. Ew. Sorry.
He's like ripped now.
Who cares? So ick.
His personality doesn't make up for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, so we played Power Rangers.
Yep.
And I never thought anything of it. The memory just kind of stayed in my head. And
For years, we didn't even realize it.
No, we didn't. I think we were finally like 12. When I think we were talking about where we would have lived, I just massacred that sushi roll. We were, I think, 12 when we were kind of just talking about where we both lived in Coon Rapids. And then I was like, oh, and there was this weird time that I played Power Rangers with this group of kids. And
I'm like, I remember that.
and I was like telling her this whole thing, and she was like,
I think that was us.
I think that was me and my group of friends. And I was like, what?
Just weird circumstances.
Yeah, but again, I mean, Power Rangers was huge, so who knows? But I'd like to believe
Yeah.
that we met each other at that point. It just makes our friendship ever more special.
Which is why we always say like 22, 23 years. No idea.
Our friendship started in 3rd grade, though.
Yeah.
Because Mr. Stockton put this girl in my group of desks.
Oh yeah, I forgot we had like a group of 5 desks. Oh my god.
Ours was 6 because we had a new kid.
Hey, shut up. We suddenly had even numbers. I barely remember Mr. Stockton's class.
The only reason I remember Mr. Stockton as well as I do is because I had him in 3rd grade and then I had him in 6th grade again.
Makes sense.
Because he moved up to 6th grade by the time we hit 6th grade. But you didn't have him because we only switched between the 2 teachers in 6th grade.
Yeah.
Which is weird because in 5th grade we switched between all 5.
Pequot was weird.
Pequot was a weird school.
It was real. We didn't have periods. We had hour-and-a-half long blocks
Right.
of one class for an hour and a half, which is why Mr. Anderson in high school during like our American histories and civics classes would just turn on Star Trek and fall asleep for the last half of the class.
Mr. Anderson, he died recently.
I heard that. Yep. Sad, but
My mom had him in high school.
He's around a long time. He just turned on Star Trek and fall asleep.
So I graduated from the same high school that my mom and her entire sibling, all of her siblings, except for the aunt that never went to school. And then also my aunt, who married into the family, because my uncle and my aunt were high school sweethearts.
Oh.
Graduated all from that same school.
Yeah, you did. They used to have the pictures, like graduating class pictures, up on all of the, like, near the.
Do they not have those up anymore?
I don't know. I haven't been there in like
Oh.
a decade. You go there more than me for speech stuff.
I don't go there for speech.
Yeah, I don't. You used to, and
Mhm.
and then
I
I
used
went
to.
1 year, and then I just never showed back up. Be quiet.
Yeah, no, I used to go for speech, but when I moved down here, I stopped doing. Well, now I'm doing speech for a school down here for Braden's partner.
Oh, nice.
He's the head speech coach for one of the schools down here.
Good.
So I'm doing it again now, not every week, but
when you can, obviously.
right. But anyway, but yeah, so we would have met, like I said, I mean officially, in 3rd grade was when we would have met. And I remember the day we became friends. You probably don't.
I'm so bad with memory these days.
Yes, but also this was like a traumatic experience in my life.
Oh no! Was it my fault?
No, you made it better.
Okay, good.
So I had like 3 best friends when I was in elementary school, before Nikki came along. So I had Allie, Steven, and Ryan.
Oh, Chopper. Hi. If you're watching these videos, it's been a long time, dude.
I haven't actually talked to him face to face since high school, but we were friends on Facebook for a little while. He has kids now.
I know.
Somebody allowed him to be a dad. Anyway, sorry if you ever come across this video. I doubt it, but who knows. Anyway, so when I hit about 3rd grade was when Allie decided she wanted to be a popular girl.
Kid. Yeah.
And Steven and Ryan decided they wanted to hang out with the cool kids who would eventually become the potheads.
Yeah. So much fun.
And so I was literally left by myself in 3rd grade. And so I was walking alone at recess, because recess was like traumatizing to me at this point because I had no friends, did nothing. And so I finally went and sat in this corner of the playground where it was like this hill, grassy area. There's this corner that was next to the bus garage, and then behind it was that weird place with the coil of
I
rope
do
or
remember that.
the coil of whatever.
It used to be a bunch of cable cord.
Yeah, that's what it was. Cable
Like
cords.
a cable company.
And I went and sat in that corner, and all of a sudden,
He used to break into that lot and play on those things. Oh my god, I was so in middle school. Oh my god.
you were a naughty kid.
Yeah. Well, my sister.
I mean,
Influences. Don't
Yes.
follow your older sisters around.
well, your older sister. My older sister's fine. No, I love your older sister. She's gotten her life together.
Yeah.
At least.
Gaggle of kids and a husband and
Trying to find out what's comfortable.
good luck.
I know. Anyway, so I sat in this corner, and all of a sudden,
exactly where that is in my memory.
it was our corner.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this girl walks up to me and says, "Hi, I'm new here and I don't have any friends. Do you want to play with me?" And I was like, "Yes."
I had nothing to lose.
Except for popularity.
Who cares about popularity? I didn't even care about popularity back then.
No. So that's how our friendship started officially. Not as fun as the story of how mine and Shayna's friendship started. At the water fountain. You know that story.
I remember you guys talking about it, but
We would always go to the same water fountain every single day between science and social studies in 8th grade.
Oh.
And at one point we were finally like, we should just be friends.
You know, we see each other all the time. We might as well just do this. I can't believe she still thinks she has. She's like, you remember when she was my minion for a long. Oh my god. And then she did that at your birthday party. I was like, stop it! High school.
I would say middle level and high school were the best years of my life because like I actually had this like, well I mean not really, but like of my school life.
Right.
Because like I had this really good like tight knit group of friends with you and Tammy and Christina and Shayna. Jamie was in and out, and Ryan. Because Steven never really came back to be my friend after.
Steven was more my friend until certain things happened.
Well, I remember the day he and I stopped being friends.
I don't know if we need to get into that, but it's
No.
supposed to be fun about anime.
I was gonna say, no, I've got a wine story time where I'm gonna talk about that.
Okay.
So what was it? When did you get into anime?
I got into anime because of Tammy. Because of Ty.
When?
Like 11 or 12. I went over to her. I think it had to have been 12 when she first came in middle school.
And, she came in 6th grade, I think, didn't she?
Yeah, and she invited me over to her house, and I said, sure, why not? Sleepover. Fun. I get free food. Yay. Away from my family for
I was
a
gonna
night.
say you didn't get free food at home.
Well, I would just be like sneaking into cabinets at my house, but so she invited me over, and she's like, you want to watch, this is when DVDs were first becoming a thing.
I don't even think I had a DVD player at the time.
And she had a DVD player, and she had Princess Mononoke on DVD.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So she's like, you want to watch it? It's really cool. I was like, sure. Click it on. It's like 11 at night. We're supposed to be in bed. Her parents and her little sisters are already asleep. And we're sitting there staring, like laying on the couch, staring at this show and going, this is not appropriate for children. This is a movie about war and prejudice and all sorts of stuff.
What I remember
Famine, really bad.
I remember when Princess Mononoke first came out in theaters. You were interested in seeing it, but you couldn't because it was PG-13.
Yep. Yep. Couldn't go to that movie. And then Ty showed me that, and then kept going over there, kept hanging out and talking about the stars and cosmos, and it was just so cool. And then started watching Gundam Wing and started realizing that 4Kids was still on, so I made you VHS tape me Yu-Gi-Oh episodes.
Yep.
And Digimon episodes and ridiculous.
Well, you could watch Digimon because that was on Fox.
Yeah, but I still, when we had to, it was like Saturday mornings, but they were airing during mornings when we were at school too, so.
Right.
This is back in the days where you couldn't binge watch an entire season. You had to wait week by week every day, like on a Tuesday morning at 8 a.m. Here's Yu-Gi-Oh! Here's the next episode. So we had to wait. So
Right.
I had you record it while we were in class.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how I got into it. Really boring story.
Well, because I had already gotten into like Pokemon and Digimon
yeah.
and shit like
Because
that.
that was on 4Kids.
Right.
Really
that
easy
was
to do that on a Saturday.
Yeah, but I wasn't into anime. And I remember after even I got into Yu-Gi-Oh! And we were getting Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. And we got these little books that we could put our cards in. And I'd gotten one that had like an actual like pyramid on it because it made me think of Yu-Gi-Oh! And you got one that actually said anime on it. And I was like, well, because I don't like anime. I just like, a couple of them.
I don't like anime.
I was just too cool for school. Like, I was trying at that point to be like,
boofer.
what is with you lately? And you're like, what does English mean? Screaming Polish at you?
No, I don't think he wants Polish.
Anyway.
But yeah, that's how I got into anime, was because of Ty. And so it was her fault that you got into anime too. And
So at the end of the day, it's Tammy's fault.
it's Tammy's fault. Sorry. Sorry, Tammy, Ty.
Have to blame someone.
You showed me Princess Mononoke and it just snowballed.
Yeah.
Gundam Wing was like the one that we were all into.
Yeah. Well, and Gundam Wing is what I claim to be the thing that got me into anime. It was your 16th birthday. And you made me watch Endless Waltz.
Yeah.
But you were like, so it's going to spoil the whole thing for you.
Yeah. Basically did.
It was so funny because when I finally got to watch the series, I was super excited to find out who Trey's was because they kept talking about Trey through the whole freaking movie.
Well, because by then, hadn't Shayna watched it with me by then? And she was...
Well, no. Because when your birthday was, I came over for the night before. And we watched it. And we woke up the next day and Tammy came. And then we watched it again. Yep. And then Shayna came. And then we watched it again.
Did I have the DVD?
No, you had the VHS.
With the
demo VHS.
Not for resale. On the bottom of the
As a matter of fact, whenever I do watch Endless Waltz now, there are a couple of times where I'll go, hey, that's where the text usually shows up.
How did I even get that? It had to have been in like a discount bin at Walmart.
That or you must have gotten it on eBay or something.
Oh, it was on eBay back when eBay was really creepy.
I tried to get all of Zeo, Power Rangers Zeo on DVD on eBay. And you could only do it through a money order.
Yeah. Yep. That's how eBay used to work.
Yeah, you could only do it through a money order. And of course, I never got it.
Of course not. Well, Mike got Cat Mike, who you know vaguely. Cat Mike. Restart. Take 2.
Regurgitate the food so we can start over. So the battery died as normal. Like, my subscribers are used to that by now because I'll be like, all of a sudden it'll be reframed. I'll be like, the camera died, sorry.
Happens. Old cameras.
This is an old camera. I've had it for, since 2013, I suppose. That's when I got it.
Pretty old.
Yeah. Anyway, so you're talking about Cat Mike.
Oh yeah, Cat Mike. Obviously, back when eBay was a big thing for getting anime, the money order thing, and he would get all these really bad bootlegs of Inuyasha with like really, really bad subtitles. You remember back in the day where it's like all your base are belong to us, that kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the text translations were so bad.
Well, they were direct translations.
Yeah, they were just not at all what they actually said.
No, I know.
So it's just really funny. But he has a bunch of those.
It's like Google bootlegs. Translate.
Yeah. He has a bunch of those eBay bootlegs.
Google translated fan subs.
Oh, I remember after my 16th birthday, I had my job at the grocery store.
Yep.
And the first paycheck I got from that, I bought a DVD player. And I was so excited to get DVDs of anime. I got Escaflowne in the box, God in the box as I refer to it all the time. And I got each individual DVD of Get Backers and Full Metal Panic and...
Oh my god, Full Metal Panic.
Oh my god. Do you remember how expensive a single DVD was? 4 episodes, by the way, on a DVD.
And that's why I was super pissed, because do you remember when we got that short movie, Kaidomaru?
Vaguely, yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
We hated it, but I spent like $17 on it. And it was like an 18-minute movie.
It was so bad.
It was so bad.
And Get Backers is like $25 a DVD, 4 episodes. Sometimes you'd only get 3 episodes with Fruits Basket. That's the way it was for individual DVDs. It's like, oh my god.
The set that I got for Wing was $150 at Best Buy. And it was just the singles all in like a box set. My friends, Dylan and Kay, got me the Blu-ray version, which also came with like limited edition stuff in it for $128. The only reason I know how much it cost is I had it in my wish list.
It's because anime is becoming more mainstream-ish.
Right.
So it's becoming more readily available. It's easier for companies like Funimation and Toei and all that to pump them out and get voice actors and pay for production and translations and proper scripts and blah 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 blah.
Right.
So it's a lot easier now that people are willing to pay more for it. Crunchyroll, paid subscriptions, things like that.
Yeah.
Makes it a lot easier. Back in 2003, 2002, trying to get a dang bit of anime on.
Yeah. So what was your agenda about wanting to get me into anime? I've always wondered that. I've just never asked you like what, I mean, other than the fact that we were like best friends and obviously you wanted to share that with me, but like, why?
Well, it's cool, number one. It's really pretty, and there's pretty boys, and there's pretty girls, and there's just cool story. It's basically like, well, number one, we were friends. You were kind of anti the anime thing for a long time.
I didn't want to give people yet another reason to hate me.
Except for you had us now. Who cares about other people? So what I was trying to like kind of get to you was like, you can like what you want to like. Nobody else cares.
I did go through a phase where I was so concerned about what other people like. Like even into college, because I remember telling you that I liked Kelly Clarkson for the first time. And you're like, dude, like everybody likes Kelly Clarkson. It's fine. And I was like, I thought she was like one of those pop girls like Britney Spears or Christina Aguilera that nobody liked anymore. And you're like, no, like everybody legitimately likes Kelly Clarkson. It's fine. So I let my Kelly Clarkson nerd flag fly.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just, sometimes you just gotta do things you like and...
Right, but like I said, I went through that phase. Yeah. And not because I wanted to be popular, but because like, and people made fun of me enough.
Yeah. For
my size and for the fact that I was a theater kid.
Right.
I hung out with band geeks, you know.
Hey. Band geek number 1 here.
I know, but like, there were people who hated me for these things. And I was like, yet another thing that people are gonna hate me for. And they did make fun of me, because I remember Jordan.
Oh God, I had to put his butt in his place.
I put literally his butt in his place one time, senior year. I don't know if he was actually farting in front of me, or if he was just pretending to fart in front of him.
High school boys.
I don't know, but he was sitting right in front of me, and it was in our landscaping class. And I don't know if he was actually farting or if he was just pretending to fart. I can't smell anything, so I don't know. But finally, I got sick of the noise, and so I just raised my hand, and Mrs. Sargent goes, "What is that?" And I go, "Can I move? Because apparently Jordan's stomach isn't agreeing with him, and he's like farting a lot right now. Can I please move?"
In front of the class, which is the worst.
In front of the entire class. I actually gained his respect from that. He started inviting me to shit.
Well, that was also the year he got punched in the face by a freshman. So, I mean, I think he was starting to get a little bit more humble as things go.
A couple of my employees actually at Yankee, back when we were at Yankee Candle, they knew him because he was their youth director at their church.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, so I spend my adult life in retail and he found Jesus, apparently. So I was like, well, maybe he's changed. I'll add him to Facebook. Well, he added me back, and we haven't really talking or anything. We don't hate each other anymore because we've both grown up. But now he just uses Jesus to bully people.
Oh, that's a different kind of bullying. Same story, different topic. As far as I'm concerned.
Anyway.
That boy needed to get knocked down a couple pegs.
And he still hasn't, unfortunately. He is also a father now.
Oh my God, what is people procreating? There's enough children in the world.
I was gonna say, I don't plan on making children. If I decide to have children, I'm gonna adopt. Let's try some wasabi. I'm scared of wasabi, but...
A little tiny bit, very hot.
I know, but apparently it doesn't stay on, like, the hot doesn't stay.
It doesn't stay, but it's very bad when it's there. At least to me, because I'm a baby.
Oh, that's about the same as a habanero. Like, a habanero sauce.
This isn't real, like, wasabi, though. Not
No, I
Japanese
know.
Wasabi.
My brother-in-law got, like, the actual, like, wasabi bean. And he and my dad tried it, and they wanted to die. They wanted to die. And mind you, they are both Norwegian. Though Mark is more Austrian than he is Norwegian. But another thing I was going to mention, because a story time went up on my channel, this is reasons why I drink, about a certain someone that we knew in high school and middle level.
You'll have to give me a name because I'm sorry, I don't watch.
Well, she hated anime. She thought it was like the devil. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that we went to school with her. I thought we just knew her from somewhere. Like she just came out of like a fissure in the earth, and there's the human.
We loved, like, I remember when we were in high school, because she would sit with us because we felt sorry for her because she had no friends.
Well, yeah, that's kind of how we all got to be in our group, to be honest.
We were all just a bunch of outcasts who had no friends. It's fine.
Just kind of come together.
I just kept bringing in all the new kids because I didn't want the popular kids to get that. So Nikki came, mine. Tammy came, mine. Christina was next, mine. Shayna, mine. Can't have them.
Just be friends at the water fountain.
Technically, Ryan was the first new kid that I was friends with.
Yeah.
Because he came in first grade.
Ryan Kyle.
Yes. Kyle Ryan, technically.
Ryan. Whatever.
His real first name is Kyle. His middle name is Ryan.
We called him Ryan.
We called him Ryan because his sister kept saying Kaka. And they are not Norwegian, or at least no Norwegian. I don't know if they're Norwegian at all, but like they don't see it as cake, they see it as poop.
Yeah, which is weird.
But it's cake to us.
Oh, yeah. Cookie, cake.
Cookie cake, yeah. Dessert in general, essentially. Anyway, and so they just started calling him by his middle name so that she wouldn't say Kaka in public. I don't know if you actually knew that reasoning why we called him Ryan.
Just called him that because everybody else did.
It was literally just because his sister would say Kaka.
The little sister?
Ashley, the big sister.
She was Jackie's friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember these people anymore. I've been out of high school how long?
Since 2005.
14 years.
Yeah. Kinsey and Eden are a good reminder of how long it's been since high school because they were born our senior year. And they're 14 right now.
14 years. A long time.
That's a long time.
14 years out of high school. Graduated college in 2012, so it's been 6 years.
I'll graduate college in May. Fine.
After however many long.
Not even joking. We're having a graduation party, and my mom is gonna get a cake, and she's gonna have them write on it, Britt graduated college. It's about effing time.
Well, it also should have been like, I could have gone to school this whole time and had my doctorate or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, for real though, because I would have graduated originally, supposed to graduate May of 2009, so 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But then when I moved down here, things got a little complicated because obviously I was going to school in St. Cloud.
Yeah, commute's bad.
And I was living an hour south. I was gonna try and finish up, so basically what I'm doing right now, finishing up a few things at Normandale and then going to St. Cloud when I need to. Would have had me stay on for one extra semester.
Yeah.
So I would have graduated in December, but then the stuff at Normandale fell through. Mm-hmm. And so then I was like, I don't care! And I was flipping tables and
getting out of here. Ah.
And I was like, I don't even need college. I wanna act in theater and movies and stuff. Have you guys seen my newest movie? It's in theaters right now. I actually won an Oscar the other night.
I didn't watch the Oscars. So
that's what I always say when I tell people that my dream when I was 18 was to be an actor.
Oh, yeah.
Or to make movies or whatever. I was like, did you see my recent movies in theaters right now? I just won an Oscar. And everyone will laugh because it's like,
no.
So I was like, I don't need college education. I want to be an actor. So then I tried acting down here, which it is very cliquey.
Yeah, and very, very hard to get into.
Yes, because we're like one of the top theater places in the country. But yeah.
But I work full time. Retail.
And then that's where I got stuck. Within the world of retail and retail management and...
You gotta make your money somehow. Make the runs. And
it's true.
On the side, do what you can if you can. Problem is rehearsals are always at night, and retail doesn't really give you a life. That's
what had me lose one of the jobs when I first moved down here, lose one of my retail possible
jobs. You tried
to
audition and they're like, if you don't come in.
No, because I was stupid.
Uh-oh.
And they're like, so what does your availability look like? And it's okay, because when I tell you the company that it was, you're going to be like, oh, that makes for sense. The better. And I go, well, because I was a film history and film criticism major. Mm-hmm. And anyway, so they were really interested in that. And they were like, so, what does your availability look like? I'm like, well, I'm also trying to, like, act in theaters and stuff. So, like, I probably won't be able to work a ton of nights and weekends.
Oh, yeah. Just no callbacks. Right there.
I did not get a call back from that interview, but that was Blockbuster.
Oh, well, probably a good idea because they don't exist anymore.
Well, that was when they first started having, like, trouble. So when I didn't get a call back, my dad was like, don't worry about it. Yeah. It's fine. Yeah, they're probably not going to be around much longer anyway, but they ended up squeezing through for a while.
Bankrupt now. They
are bankrupt
now. Wasn't Toys R Us bankrupt and now they're back too? It's like...
Herberger's come back too, apparently.
Herberger's never went out of business in Moorhead.
It didn't? And I know the one in Baxter's coming back well, that's technically Brainerd right there, because that part of the Westgate Mall's in Brainerd.
Yeah.
So, but that one's coming back, I know.
That was the only thing, Herberger's is the only thing that people went to the Moorhead Center Mall for. Because it was the biggest store, basically the only store besides a nail salon.
Pretty sure that's the only reason people went to Westgate Mall, too.
Besides to hang out, and there was an FYE there for a little while.
There was an FYE at the
It's another place to get anime at. FYE back in the day.
Stupid expensive, though.
But it was a place.
Like, Best Buy was at least better. They sold anime at cost at Best Buy.
We tried.
Because they overshot everything else, or they still do. Mm-hmm. But, yeah. No, that was...
There's an FYE in the Burnsville Mall.
There is still an FYE in the Burnsville Mall.
Everything is closing down in that Burnsville Mall.
I haven't been there in a while.
Everything except the escape room.
The last time I was there was when they had the Reptar bars. At FYE. And they really do turn your tongue green.
Oh, fancy.
Not like they do in the movie, or in the show. It didn't like green tongue. It was like your tongue with like a green like
sheen on it.
Sheen on it, yeah. Not a Martin Sheen.
That would be creepy. Where the hell did Martin Sheen come from?
I just really like hot sauce.
Are you just sucking on wasabi or on the spicy mayo?
On the spicy mayo.
We got 4 pieces of sushi left.
I know.
These are just gigantic.
I know, and sushi fills me up, so it's like...
Maybe we'll have leftovers. We'll each take one and be like, snack later.
Essentially. But, yeah, and then because I remember I got out of anime for a while, because I gave it up for Lent, our senior year of high school.
What?
And I didn't get back into it.
What were you, in high school, what were the shows that you were really into that was anime, besides, obviously, Gundam Wing, because that's the best one ever.
I mean, no.
What?
No, because you got me into Yu Yu Hakusho that same weekend. Or that same time, because we watched.
Because we had to sneak downstairs to my mom's Vikings room to watch it on Adult Swim. Oh, Adult Swim. Tenchi Muyo was on Adult Swim.
Yep.
Outlaw Star.
I didn't ever watch Tenchi or Outlaw Star.
I loved Outlaw Star.
You got me into Bebop.
Bebop, great.
You got me into Trigun.
Trigun, amazing.
Inuyasha.
Inuyasha, pretty good.
You got me into Jing.
King of Bandits.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we bought that at the MOA.
Yeah.
MOA America. We had to drive the Corvette down that year.
Yeah. I remember when we drove the Corvette and we stopped at because my dad used to own one. He owns a new one now.
Mm-hmm.
No, not a new one, but
another one.
Another used one. But this one's actually a Stingray.
Oh.
A T
the
top.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know.
Anyway, but it was 1989.
Yeah.
Red Chevy Corvette, and
with the tan topper.
Yep, and my dad had just moved down here to the Twin Cities for work, and so we had to bring him down his Corvette, and so we followed my mom
in the Corvette by ourselves at 17.
Yeah. And
we had just got her license like 9 months ago, or something like that.
Something like that, because I got my license in October, so the month after I turned 16.
Yeah.
Because I failed a couple times. Anyway, and so then
it's okay. I failed one time and stopped taking the test until I was 24.
Fair. So then we had to go get gas before we left, and we stopped at Pelican Square in Breezy Point.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Zach was working.
Mountain Dew Doist.
Mountain Dew Doist. And so we stopped. And we walked in there, paid for our gas, and then we left. And then we looked back, and he was going, "Yeah!"
As we were getting into the Corvette, and we're going like,
"Yeah!" And then the very next time he saw me at school, he was like, "Because Dewis and I have been friends forever." I mean,
he's one of those guys that is just everybody liked Dewis.
Everybody liked Dewis. Everyone was friends with Dewis, but he and I were really close when we were really young. And so but we kind of were up and down a little bit. He's also a dad now.
All these people having babies. Stop having babies!
Anyway, the very next time he saw me in school, he's like, "Why were you driving a Corvette?" And I was like, "That's my dad's." And he's like, "Why were you driving it?" And I was like, "Because he needed it."
Needed to go down south.
We needed to go to the Twin Cities with it. He drove that all the way to the Twin Cities. I was like, "Yeah."
At least it was a good day in the middle of summer.
It wasn't like
the end of the school year.
I would say, it wasn't like there was bad roads, because oh my gosh, that would have been awful. I remember the very first time I took you driving, and that was in my Cadillac Seville, Senor Azul as we called him, because he was blue.
I don't even remember that car.
He was blue on the outside, blue on the inside.
Oh yeah, blue kind of fabric-y.
Yeah. Yep. And then that was also really frustrating because first of all the heat didn't work in it, and then also when I would because we're old.
Shut up!
To listen
people.
To listen to CDs, I had my Discman.
Yeah.
And I just
had to click the disc.
I had to put in the cassette
adapter.
The cassette adapter into it so we could listen to it, but it would pop it out because it would be too cold.
Yeah.
And so you were like, "Damn it!" You were just like, hold your hand against it. Don't come out.
That was so bad.
Do you remember also, that was also the car that I had when we made the decision. Christina gave you that teddy bear.
Oh.
Mr. Wooples.
Look at my goddamn teddy bear. I don't have him anymore, I don't think. I gotta check my box. I think, actually I probably do, because I have, now that makes sense why I'm influenced to name my cat Jane Wayne. Because I had a white little kitty cat that I named Wayne, little white kitty cat stuffed animal. Oh my god.
But no, so she named him Woofles after Woofay in Gundam Wing.
Second favorite character.
Right. And so, but you called him Woofles as kind of like, because we always had
I was like duo, I would always like give him stupid nicknames, so.
We gave each other stupid nicknames. Anyway, but then we were driving, I think, to my house when I lived in Baxter. We were driving to my house, and you kept holding him out.
Look at my
holding him out the window as we were driving down 371. Look at my goddamn bear!
We had nothing to lose. We were teenagers.
So then our decision was that if I had that car at graduation, we were going to tie him to
the radio thing. The antenna.
No, not to the antenna, the hood ornament. Because I had a Cadillac. The hood ornament. And we're going to drive down Pequot Lake screaming, look at her goddamn bear. So bad. I did not have that car at
Thank
graduation.
God. Thank God.
Because the transmission went down on that thing.
I remember the first car. Well, I remember going to Ty's house once. My sister was driving me there in 1977. Old.
You went to Tammy's house in 1977?
No, in a car. The 1977 white exterior was this huge boat of a car. Red interior, all velvety red, crushed. It was so creepy. You could fit like 12 people in there.
Jeez.
So that's what we did. We crammed 12 people in. My sister crammed 12 people into this car, including me with my overnight bag and my little lake bear. Going there, and the tire pops on the way to
Oh no.
way to Ty's house, and we're in like Bacchus on Highway 371, just going like, there's nothing here. Luckily, she's got like 5 guys in the car who changed the tire to those like tiny donuts that were like listing this, trying to go down Ty's dirt road.
But I remember because it had just snowed when I first got in the car with you. I had just gotten my license and it just snowed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it snows in October in Minnesota.
It snows in everything except July.
The only time it has not snowed in Minnesota is July.
The only month.
The only month. Anyway, so, but that was when I had to learn how to pump my brakes because that car did not have ABS. Mm-hmm. And I went and picked you up at your parents' bar, your mom's bar.
Oh, shots, yeah.
Yep. And I was going to drive you home.
Mm-hmm. A whole 3.5 miles.
Yes. From Jenkins to Pequot. And so then I had to like stop, and the car went like this.
And just kept going. And sliding kind of cattywampus.
And we thought we were gonna die.
We were going in a ditch!
Oh my god, that car. I miss that car. I still love that car because it was my blue car, and blue is my favorite color.
I had a blue Chevy Corsica. That's my first car coming out of high school that my sister took in the middle of the night when I was at college. And then she wrecked it. I named it Corey. Because it's Corsica.
Yeah.
And I had it for like 6.5 months in college. And Jackie came. I didn't have my license, but I had a car. What are you doing?
He's like, well, you started talking again, and I thought you were talking to me.
No, we don't need woofers right now.
We've had a lot, but we've also been through like every single like milestone together. Yeah. Do you remember? You might not, because I might be the only one who remembers this. Do you remember my panic attack right before I turned 10?
No, I remember my panic attacks all very vividly, but no, I don't remember.
I was gonna say, because I had a panic attack. For some reason, different decades have always been difficult for me.
Oh my god, butt. Puppy butt.
Like,
puppy butt.
He wants you to scratch it.
I know, but it's gonna knock everything
I know.
off.
Puppy, not right now.
Come here.
No, not right now, puppy. But yeah, no, I remember having like this panic attack, and I thought you were there. I thought it was one of the times that we took you fishing with us out on the lake. Okay, maybe you weren't there. Maybe it was just me, my mom, my dad, and my sister. But I thought it was you, me, and my dad. But I remember thinking about it and just like going, oh my god, I'm gonna be double digits. And like, I turned double digits before all of my friends. So I'm the oldest out of all of us. We were all graduate the same year, but I was the oldest out of all of us.
I know, boofer.
So I hit double digits before everybody else. It was just really not okay. It's also why my name is Britt, not Brittany.
Yeah.
Because I found out with Ryan, Steven, and Allie, even if you used Elida, which is her full name, her full first name,
Come here.
they all had shorter names than me. My name has 8 letters in it.
Oh, Jesus, you dog.
That's why one of his nicknames is the Bulldozer.
Well, my name now is a lot of letters.
Well, I'm
like
just
my
saying
own name.
first names, though.
Oh, yeah.
Because if we used last names, Allie beat us all. Yeah.
Would she still beat me with my hyphenated married name?
Not your hyphenated married name, but no.
Look at him. What are you doing? You are weird, puppy. You gonna stay like that?
Yes, he will. As long as you have your hand on him, he will stay like that. Weirdo. He's a very strange dog.
We're dogs. We're dogs.
So you got me back into anime.
Yeah. In college.
It was in
How did I
college.
do that? We weren't even in the same college.
No, it was the summer between freshman and sophomore year.
Yep.
And you came over, and you were like, because it's still before you got the DVD of Endless Waltz.
Yeah. Oh.
And
okay.
you went, and you were like, I'm really sick of my edited version. Can we please watch your movie version? Because after you watch the movie version, you can't go back to the OVA.
Mm-mm.
You can't go back to the OVA. Like, Dorothy's in the movie.
She's not in the edited version.
Because I remember when I watched the movie when I bought the movie and I watched it for myself, and I saw this new character, and I was like, who is that? And I remember calling Nikki and being like, who is it? She's got like forks for eyebrows. And you're like, Dorothy!
Dorothy!
Also, my other favorite one where I was trying to explain a character to you was Yu-Gi-Oh!
Okay.
And for the longest time, I thought Bakura was Joey.
Oh, yeah, you mixed them up all the time.
No, I didn't mix them up. It's because you told me his name was Joey, but I don't think I explained him right, because I said the character with the weird voice.
And it's because in the anime, Joey has a Brooklyn accent, and it's all weird.
I know, but I was talking about the British accent character. And so for the longest time, I was like, that's Joey, and you're like, that's Bakura!
Yep.
I'm like, whatever.
That's what happens. Misunderstandings and weirdness.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you were also, okay, so, we were talking about which animes I was into in our Full Metal Alchemist. Oh, no, not Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Panic.
Panic, yep.
Alchemist came out. I got it. Right, that was out in college. Full Metal Panic. What else did we watch? I watched Seed.
Oh, Gundam Seed.
Only up until the point that they stopped showing it because they decapitate a character. So.
Well, they also, when 4Kids, as Escaflowne was shown on 4Kids. And they...
Wasn't that Toonami, though?
No, it was 4Kids.
Was it 4Kids?
It was 4Kids. Fighting
That was a Vancouver dub, though.
Fighting Foodons was on right after it.
But that was a Vancouver dub.
It still showed on 4Kids.
Really?
I remember they had to pull the show because of the naked Indian Hindu guy.
Right. Well, and that's why they had to pull Seed, was because they decapitate Tall. Spoiler. If you haven't seen Seed by now and you're watching my channel, hi. This is pretty much, this at one point was a Gundam channel. Anyway, because I went through this phase of watching everything that was legal here.
I remember.
And so then that was pretty much
all like Unicorn and all that weirdness.
Yeah, it's all over there. I'm behind again now though, because now they've gotten Victory out and Igloo and all of those now.
I'm so out of Gundam.
Not me. I just haven't caught up. I have Turn A. I still haven't seen it yet though. I'm excited because I've heard it's really good.
8th MS Team. That was probably my favorite Gundam.
That one I got into after high school, but I remember you borrowed me the thing, and I was like, I started the first episode, I was like, this is boring, and I stopped.
The first episode is boring. Okay, you gotta give it some.
Well, Wing is boring until the middle of the series, so getting me to watch Endless Waltz first was the only way I was going to actually watch Wing, and I think you knew that.
Yep, that's why I made her watch that first.
We watched G Gundam.
Oh my god.
That one was... I reserve to not say how I feel about that, because every time I talk about how I dislike G Gundam, I get ridiculous amount of like hate comments, because apparently it's loved.
Yeah, a lot of people really, really love it, and it's good. It's just not the best Gundam.
No, it's a generic shonen, is what it is, and that's fine if that's what you like. I just like the more political stuff, so that's why I like 00 and Seed and Wing, because Wing
Lots
is
of political. Lots.
Wing is basically nothing but politics. So.
War.
And then Seed is all about racism, and then 00 is about using religion as a weapon. Hey, let's talk about Jordan again.
No thanks. I'm good without that.
So, because you had come over to my house
In the summer
between freshman and sophomore year of college, and you had said, "I am tired of the unedited version. The edited version? Can we watch your unedited version?" And I was like, "Sure, that's fine." And so then I grabbed it because I left all my anime at home because again I wasn't into it. Yeah. So we sat down and watched Endless Waltz. I was like, "Oh, I miss Gundam Wing," and then I rewatched Gundam Wing. And then
oh my god, do you remember the fan fiction?
We're gonna get there. Trust me, because I thought about that. Your Endless Waltz insanity, whatever it is you wrote.
I wrote a lot of weird shit.
I mean, it's fan fiction.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish I still had it. Yours was deleted. Your Endless Waltz thing.
Yeah.
That was deleted a long time ago.
A lot of things from mine were deleted because it's not exactly PC.
No.
Or PG.
No. Or accepted on fanfiction.net's like new rules. couple of mine were deleted because they were scripts.
When I was Sealand in APH World Conference too in college, there was a fan fiction one, and me as Sealand just wrote one, and it was all horrible punctuation, all one paragraph, just like, I don't care, it's fanfiction.net, just word vomit as Sealand. And they're like, this is against guidelines. You can't have a stream of consciousness.
And that's essentially what the Endless Waltz thing was a stream of consciousness that you were watching while you were watching it.
Yeah.
Or no, while I was watching it, and we were on the phone while I was watching it. That's what it was.
I was just typing up.
Yeah, you were just typing up random stuff. Anyway.
Oh my god, back when because we couldn't be on dial-up at the same time as the phone, so I just write it out on Word.
You're old.
So bad.
But anyway, so then that was what kind of got me interested in like checking up on how like everything is going, and I looked up Inuyasha because that was kind of my big one that I watched.
The magnum opus that everybody has of anime, of long standing. Like mine was One Piece, so you watch all 600 episodes of it. I love One Piece.
Sorry, that's another one that I get a bunch of hate on. That's fine.
Sanji.
Like One Piece. When I read the manga, I liked Sanji.
Yeah, I love Sanji.
And I did read the manga.
Yeah.
But for some reason the anime just didn't.
Well, it was dubbed by 4 kids at first.
Well, even the Funimation dub. But I think there was also an issue with a thing involved with it.
Okay.
That I'm choosing not to talk publicly.
I'm pretty sure I know.
I mean, you know my relationship with that person.
Yeah.
And I think that may have been part of it because he had a very large role.
Following, yeah, and a role in it.
Not in the show, but there was something involved with him. Anyway,
I know.
It's not something I'm talking about publicly, even though his name is being dragged through the gutter right now, and I'm so happy about it. No, he's a nice guy. We had our differences. I like gay people. Anyway,
you better, considering.
You're not gay, you're bi.
I'm still there.
Got me interested in looking up the Inuyasha stuff, and so then I was looking up the voice actors for Inuyasha. Because I remember having such a big crush on Kirby Morrow.
Everybody loves Kirby Morrow.
It's really, I probably should be careful what I say though, because I do have the Vancouver voice actors that follow me on shit, so I don't want Kirby finding out about that.
Kirby, we love you. Since Troy and Moroku.
So we both had like a major crush.
His voice.
Major crush on Kirby Morrow. Anyway, so I was looking up all the voice actors, and I was like, Richard Ian Cox was in Psych? Interesting, because my mom watched Psych. And so I literally went from the downstairs computer up to my mom's room, and I was like, what are you watching? She's Psych. And I was like, holy crap! And so I sat down and watched it with her, and she's like, I thought you weren't interested in watching this, because I usually don't like police stuff. Right. And I was
that's not really a police.
It's not, but that's what I thought it was. I didn't realize what it was.
Yeah.
Because that was also when I fell in love with Psych.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there, and every time somebody spoke, I was like,
is it Richard?
Nope.
Dang it.
Nope. Oh, that's a girl, so I know that's not Richard Ian Cox. And it was really funny because I sat there thinking, oh my god, I just gotta figure it out. And it was the spelling bee episode, so it was like the first, or even, I think it was like the first real episode, the second episode, but it wasn't, because this pilot was like an hour long, boring thing.
Just to get on the air. Here's the weirdness after.
Right. And so then I was like, I was doing some more research, and I found out the one thing that I wanted to have happen in Inuyasha happened.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right, fine. And so I found the episodes on
You just
YouTube.
skipped all the filler.
No, I did. I started over from the beginning, and I watched it just to get in time for the season or the series finale of Feudal Fairy Tale. But I just obsessively watched it. And so then my roommate at the time, Jess, comes into my room one day, and she's like, so I take it you're back into anime now? And I was like, yeah, shit, I think I am. So it was all because you made me watch Endless Waltz again. You got me into anime twice.
With Endless Waltz.
Because of Endless Waltz.
The power of Gundam Wing.
Oh my god. Yeah, it was good times.
Recently I haven't been into a lot of anime.
Me either.
Once you get out of college and you stop going to all those anime club groups and hanging out, like cons kind of get old after a while. And
what? Cons get old?
Which is why you gotta go to different cons. I guarantee you comic cons are a little bit more entertaining than anime
they're
cons.
They're for-profit cons though.
But they're fun.
You have to spend money just to breathe.
Yep. I spent $155 on a photo op with 6 people! I'm so excited.
I can't. Maybe once I'm like in a position where I'm not financially wanting to
Oh, I love
crawl in a hole.
I'm going to Emerald City Comic Con in like 2 weeks, so.
And then Detour is the week after that.
Detours the week after that. I better not be scheduled on a Saturday or else I'm going to call in.
Oh, speaking of which, I meant to do this at the beginning.
Calling in sick?
No. I forgot to do this at the beginning. I forgot.
Uh-oh.
Merry Christmas!
Oh, God! I completely forgot that you got it.
So I got her a Christmas present for the first time in years.
Not for
And
boomers.
it's March. Well, almost March. March is 2 days away.
Saturday. Friday.
Friday.
Am I allowed to open this now?
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, I'm gonna start from the bottom because that's not fun.
You'll understand what I meant by speaking of which.
Wait, what were we talking about now?
Detour.
It's Victor! Do you remember Ragnar?
Yeah.
Oh! Yay, it's Victor! I'm a big Vikings fan. Big nerd. It's better than a Funko Pop.
Well, that's what I thought you were gonna think it was as a Funko Pop because it's shaped like a Funko Pop, or the
Yeah.
box is shaped like a Funko Pop box.
Yeah.
But I saw that at Target one day. There's like a whole like slew of them.
Screw the rest of them.
I would say especially that one.
Todd Gurley just by himself. He's not a mascot. Why is he in this?
I don't know.
Everything else is a mascot except for Todd Gurley.
Maybe because he
Whatever.
is the mascot? I don't know.
No, he's not the mascot.
You don't know his
And
life.
he's got the wrong jersey on. These are old.
I don't know. I saw this at Target one day, right before Christmas, and I was like, oh, and I looked at my bank account, and I was like, I have just I'm just enough money to like get her something. And I was like, because Nikki needs it.
I need a Victor.
The reason why I said, oh, speaking of which, was because Chris Cluey is going to be at
Chloe, yep.
Detour. Why? Okay, I know the head of guest relations at Detour. He and I are friends. And Anton, if you are watching this, I love you. I do. You are my friend, and I adore you. But
Oh, that way.
why bring a former Minnesota Viking?
Because he's
I get it. He's into tabletop gaming, whatever. This is an anime convention.
Oh, you need gamers. Oh, this is heavy.
Is he?
Tight.
I haven't taken him out. Oh wow, I think he's made of wood, isn't he? Or no, he's not made of wood, but he looks like
It's a
wood.
resin.
He looks like he's made of wood.
He's made in China. How dare.
Get rid of it. He's supposed to be made in Norway. Come on now.
Norway. Cool. Yay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Now I have something for Chris Cluey to sign.
That's what I thought. I was like, I gotta get it to her before Detour at the very least, so she can have Chris Cluey sign it.
Because I don't have his jersey yet, like a dumb. I love kickers.
I would say she
in
loves
football.
kickers,
I love
and Chris
kickers.
Cluey was our best punter ever.
Yeah.
And then he was let go from the Vikings because, you know,
He and Leslie Frazier.
Leslie Frazier's an idiot. They think it's because of his stance with the LGBTQ community, and it was like, Frazier, really?
Yeah. It got weird.
You're gonna let him go because he likes gay people? Okay.
That's okay. The guy who helped fire him, Pfeiffer's gone now.
Yay.
We got a new special teams coach. We had a lot of new coaches this year.
But yeah, I remember when he was let go, and my whole family, because we're all Vikings fans, and my whole family was like,
More mukbang.
and actually it was because of Nikki's family that we all became such Vikings fans.
Sorry, not sorry. I keep getting you into stuff.
I was gonna say, well, I mean, we watched football, but we didn't get passionate about it until we started watching football with you guys. And then
Until you realize it's an event.
it's an event at her house. Your mom doesn't have a Vikings room anymore, though, right?
Unfortunately, no.
She
But
tore it down.
I'm gonna get all her Viking stuff, I think, someday. It's like, this is mine, and this is mine, and this is
Make your downstairs living room a Vikings room.
No, Travis would never have it.
Make your office a Vikings room.
It's already a cosplay room. I can't have it multi-purpose. I have like no space, so I sold. Like I have had all those romance books forever and ever and ever, and I was like, I'm not really reading these anymore. Finally took the whole lot, 120 books or something like that, to half price books just to get them the heck out of my house. Got like 10 cents a pop. Yay, gimme!
I remember that was how I started exploring sexuality. Was through just reading the sex scenes from those books.
My weird
Tammy Hogue and
written porn, which is why
Very
fan
weird
fiction is so
written
much fun.
I mean, luckily
It's
I'm an adult
fan
now.
fiction for adults.
Right. I mean, I'm an adult now, so like I get it, but like I kind of wish I could go back in time and not have that be my sex ed. Because that was not an appropriate version of sex ed. Because it's not realistic.
Nope.
At all.
Well, it's all murder mysteries, and then there's some sex in it.
Right, but like the sex scenes were always just very like horny. You know, like porn.
Duh.
Porn is not a good way to learn about sex.
What?
At all. So I love
Who'da thunk?
Jamila Jamil. She plays Tahani in The Good Place,
Okay.
which is like one of my favorite shows. I love that she gave a speech one time, and she said, "If you do not talk to him about sex, he will find Pornhub, and that will be his teacher, and nobody needs that."
Were you ever on Tumblr?
I was on Tumblr for the sex scenes.
A lot of people were on Tumblr for that.
I am no longer on Tumblr for the sex scenes.
I was on Tumblr for roleplay, and yes, there was a lot of porn that happened, written porn that happened in that community. It just kind of happens.
There's, you know, what is it? Rule,
I don't know what number it is. 34 or something like that.
I thought it was somewhere in the 30s.
If it exists, there's a porn for it.
Yeah, if it exists, there's porn. I think it's like rule 35 or 36 or 34. Rule
right.
34.
34, I was right.
Unless that wasn't it. Whatever. Rule 34.
But anyway, so I was on Tumblr for that. I had a couple of, blogs for that kind of stuff. And then I had my cosplay blog, which is over on a different side of Tumblr. And Tumblr flags my cosplay first. Not a single titty or anything on it.
I was gonna say, you mostly crossplayed anything.
I was little boys.
I mean, sure, there's like one where you had to wear like a binder right here when you wear a binder for a lot of it, but because you didn't have what was it, Aladdin?
Aladdin, yeah.
Or you didn't have a t-shirt, you didn't have a shirt, you had just a,
Yeah, that was the only thing, but that got flagged before any of my porn blogs.
Which is so weird.
Which is now, we were talking about Pornhub, and Tumblr, got rid of all that, anything not PG-13 from their website, whatever, You flagged a lot of black people and horrible stuff you probably shouldn't have flagged.
I mean, Tumblr is not gonna last much
But they
longer.
allow the Nazis still living on there. White supremacists is fine. But, no.
Was that meme of Kermit?
I don't know.
Or he's sipping tea?
Oh, yeah. Anyway, white supremacists are still allowed on Tumblr, but Pornhub's like, hey, come over here. We actually have a whole section just for you making porn art and all sorts of stuff. Pornhub's got stuff now, but they don't have a roleplay section, which is kind of...
Well, then we just make our own roleplay.
Do you remember back in the day where fanfiction.net wasn't a thing, and you had to, really, really ghost deep web finding fanfiction? Calling it really obscure words.
Do you remember when I was in the roleplay community, but it was on Yahoo Chat?
Oh. It's like Omegle of the day. Without cameras, because there wasn't a thing. Well,
you could have cameras if you had a webcam. I just never had a webcam because my mom was never like, well, let's get a webcam. Because they didn't come on computers back then. You had to buy one, and my mom would absolutely allow me to get a webcam.
At 14, 15, 16, 17 years old.
But no, I did a Pokemon roleplay, and you would go, and so some people would play Pokemon, some people would play trainers. I had a couple of accounts where I played Pokemon. I played Chikorita, I played a Magikarp because I wanted to be Gyarados.
Of course.
And I think I played a Meryl.
Of course you played a Meryl. Speaking of, do you want a tiny baby one? Because I got 2 extra baby Pokemon Go.
Oh yeah, we should look at that.
I got plenty.
I was like, what are you talking about, babies? Because I had a mouse named Meryl, and I was like, I don't need another mouse. I don't have any mice right now, but I don't need a mouse. What are you talking about?
My husband.
That's where my head went, was my mouse.
Yeah, my husband humanely trapped a mouse that was in our house recently. He's like, I want to keep it, he's so fuzzy and brown.
You or your husband?
My husband. I'll show you the text, by the way. Of him being like, I want to keep it, he's so cute. Hang on, let me go back. Oh, also I broke my mirror.
I saw that.
Yeah, so much fun.
I saw that post, you were like, I'm glad I'm not superstitious.
Yeah. So I caught a mouse last night, how bad it would be if I kept him. I've got him outside, but he's stupid, it'll probably just freeze in the trap instead of leaving. He's cute. I think I want you to tell me no, but I don't want him to freeze to death.
There was one that Cosmo found, actually, a field mouse that Cosmo found in the house. And he's a better mouser than my cat is. The only problem is he doesn't kill them.
He just lets
Not that that's a problem, that he doesn't kill them. Like, that's fine. But, like, he injures them enough. He's like Lenny from Of Mice and Men. Mm-hmm. He doesn't understand his own strength. So he doesn't kill them right away. And so this poor little thing was injured, and I was trying so hard to keep him alive. And luckily I worked at Petco, so like I had a discounted stuff, and I was able to like try.
Keep him comfortable.
Yeah, but he ended up passing away. But at least he was comfortable, not in any danger, you know. And he got food in his last few, you know, very easy to get food in his last few days and stuff. But I felt bad, and then he had a burial in the backyard.
No mouses. Poofer.
He's like, but the kitties don't get them.
Our mouse is in the laundry room, which is the cats aren't allowed to go there. Which is why they didn't catch it.
I remember when Corvette was still living up in my parents' unit, and I was upstairs because I was stealing their food. And,
of course.
And so I was up in their unit, and this mouse ran between me and Corvette, and I swear she looked at me, and I swear I could hear her voice coming out of her mouth going, "That's gross. This is the kitchen. You should do something about that." Like, the face that she made was like, "That's gross."
That little girl meme that's like,
ew. What is that?
Yeah.
I was like, "You are a cat." How do you feel about Corvette?
I dislike her. Because she hates me. She attacks me all the time.
I mean, she hasn't recently. But when we were in high school, yeah, she would randomly, we wouldn't even be paying any attention to her. We'd be sitting on a couch, talking, maybe watching something on TV, and then all of a sudden, Nikki has got a cat at her feet. Like, trying to murder her.
Your cat's trying to kill me.
Which is funny because then you would see her with Christina, and you see her with Shayna.
And they're so in love with Shayna.
So in love with Shayna. Shayna's still, other than me and my mom, she's the only one that can pick her up. To be fair, she pees on everything my dad, it smells like my dad, so.
This is mine now.
She at least hates my dad a little more than she hates you.
Well, she can't pee on my stuff.
That's true. We've been through a lot since she moved down here. Because she has kidney disease, she has kidney failure, and so she was leaking at one point. But then I found out that it really probably wasn't her kidneys. It was actually probably because I don't want him to eat stuff out of her litter box.
Yeah.
So I got one of those automatic ones. And she must have been in there when it was going at one point.
Oh.
And she stopped using it because she was terrified, so she would just leak.
Yep.
And so now that's when I came over to your Petco and got
the big litter box.
Big, huge, lugging litter box. In the summer, we're gonna take it out and spray paint it black because I need it to fit my decor.
It needs to be black with everything else.
I don't have cream anywhere. The floor, technically, but that's gonna change. Oh, this floor is awful.
Just gotta vacuum, that's all.
I know. That's what happens when you live with two long-haired animals. Mm-hmm. And then you're dealing with the death of your crested gecko, so you just don't want to do anything.
Yep,
Which, by the way, we're going to put him in a potted plant, and then he'll have a grave inside all the time. I was thinking about either bringing him to your place or to our old Petco and putting him in the freezer and having him go to the cremation. But I was like,
Make sure your dog or your cat doesn't eat your plant.
Yeah. You have Siamese cats.
I have loud Siamese.
You have loud
babies.
Siamese cats. All right, are you done eating?
I think so.
I'm gonna say I think I'm done too. Though it's kind of silly for us to only have one roll each.
Well, that one's mine because I finished my other one of that one.
And I ate one of this one.
Do we want to just power through?
Let's just power through them.
Mukbang!
So mukbangs are. They're supposed to be like you eat just a shit ton of food. It's so big I can't dip it. It's too big to dip. These tempura rolls are huge. Well, there you have it. My second ever mukbang. My first one was Dylan.
Mukbang.
And we ate Dairy Queen. It's one of the only fast food places that doesn't make me sick.
Yeah, I don't really have fast food that much anymore.
When I tell people that I don't eat a lot of fast food, they think because of my size that just can't be. And I'm like, I also have binge eating disorders.
We got food in the house, I'm gonna eat it.
I eat food, guys. I haven't binged in over a year now.
Oh, I see all your Funko Pops if you, there's ECC exclusives out.
I know, and there's one that I think it was that I wanted. I can't remember. I have to look it up again.
But I got into the lottery, so I get early access.
I'll have to look at the ones that the link Dylan sent me again because there was one that I was going to have you look for.
Because there's the super exclusive is a very, very gaudy Sour Patch Kid.
Okay,
Ugliest thing.
I can't remember if it was a Power Ranger one or if it was a Lion King one.
I think that's the Power Ranger one.
Was there a Power Ranger one?
I'm getting the Carmen Sandiego. That's nice and glittery. And then my friend Sana from Nebraska wants me to get Ramona flowers for her. And then there's another one who didn't get into the lottery who contacted me, and he wants Aria. Hyenas.
Oh, you know what? I think it was the hyenas.
The Green Ranger one. That's also
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So there's the Green Ranger one. And then
I already have a Green Ranger. What's the difference between this Green Ranger and the other Green Ranger?
Dang it!
What's the difference between 2 Green Rangers?
I have no freaking clue. Give me a second.
I wouldn't mind having a second Green Ranger because one's Budai from Zero Rangers and then the other one can be Tommy.
Oh, it's Funko O's. It's a cereal box with
it's
a Funko in it.
Cereal box with Funko in it.
That's why.
Oh, I don't need that. So yeah, if you want to get me the hyenas, let me know how much I... Oh, yeah.
I think it actually is a cereal. And it's a tiny Funko.
Like a little Funko. Like that.
Yeah.
So if you want to give me the hyenas, and then let me know what I owe you.
So the hyenas, they're not ultra exclusive, so they should still be there too.
I love how my very first Lion King Funko Pop is going to be the hyenas. When Mufasa is out! We're going to shut off the camera now.
So we talked a lot.
We did. And this is going to be like, because Dylan's mukbang was like an hour.
Yeah.
So this one's probably going to be around that.
Yeah, just gotta edit all the random crap that we talked about.
I mean, there's a lot from the beginning where I started rolling the camera and realized I needed water. Anyway, all right. Ugh. Bye, everyone. If you guys want me to continue doing them, it doesn't matter if you don't because I'm gonna keep doing them because I enjoy eating. I have to like calm my binge eater, somewhat a little bit. This is a good way to do that.
Just put it on camera.
Just put my binging on camera that I don't actually binge. All right. Goodbye.
Bye.